I meant to do a post about this earlier this weekend, but just didn't get around to it. We went to see the Iron Lung movie by Markiplier. This, I had no idea what I was getting into other than a general concept of what the game was about that the movie was based on. I knew that it was going to be horror, which is great. And I knew that there was supposed to be like some 80,000 gallons worth of blood used. Like, okay, cool, because blood ocean. But otherwise, I had no idea really what I was getting into. The movie itself was the best psychological horror flick that I have seen in years. This movie had me on the edge of my seat most of the time. Now, there were certain scenes that triggered a few things with me because I've been in some situations where, holy shit, and I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. If you've been in certain situations, you're going to get triggered. Plain and simple. The overall premise of the movie was beautiful. You had very little knowledge going in. You were learning things with the character. That I loved because, you know, what's a better mental mind fuck than dropping a big bomb on the main character in the middle of it, and you're like, oh, and you realize the implications of what just happened. And I'm not going to say what it was. It was beautiful. But this movie left you thinking at the end. It was totally cerebral. There's so many what ifs and possibilities that it leaves in your mind and you're processing after the fact. I mean, this is Sunday night and I'm still processing that movie. We're heading out tomorrow night to go see it in the IMAX in Chattanooga. Anybody that's up for joining in, there were plenty of seats available. Let's go. Let's make a big party of it. 7:15 showing in Chattanooga. You know, we're going to be there. I think this is great. This kind of horror has been overshadowed by all the slasher crap that they pump out there these days. I'm tired of seeing slasher. I don't even bother watching most of it because it's crap. This was done by an indie and done successfully. And something we found out today, watching some videos and things like that, it's funny how this indie was the top of the charts and then all of a sudden was no longer on the charts and nowhere to be seen. But Disney's latest movie by Sam Raimi is now in the #1 slot. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Sam Raimi movies. I have for years. But the fact that it disappeared makes me wonder if the mouse didn't have something to do with it. And maybe somebody needs to put the mouse back in the box because, you know, y'all are not the keepers of the keys for the kingdom. Other people can do things. It's the same kind of things that we see in the indie publishing industry where we'll never get a New York Times bestseller because the big powers that be won't let it happen. Well, you know, indie just showed itself that it can happen. So hopefully he'll be back on the charts here soon and they'll fix what they screwed up. But if you like true horror, Ray Bradbury, H.P. Lovecraft, I mean, the stuff that actually makes you think and you're turning all the lights on when you get home, this is worth the time to spend seeing it. It's worth the money spent for the tickets. You're going to enjoy yourself. And like all true psychological horror flicks or even stories, it's a slow burn. It's not going to give you gratification now. It's the slow buildup all the way through this thing. And at the very end, oh my God. So, you know, don't expect to be seeing things like dying and exploding and all that, because that's not what this is. True psychological horror is not what they've been pushing the last 20 plus years. So go into it with an open mindset. Watch it for the movie. Watch it for the creation of the film, the work that went into it, and the story behind what's going on. Try to put yourself into the mindset of that character as he's going through this scenario. And maybe you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because if you go into it expecting the slasher, guts, gore, that kind of stuff, you're not going to be happy. You're going to be bored because it is a very slow burn, like it should be. So yes, Tomorrow night, Chattanooga, Majestic 12 in the IMAX. Come join us.